Howdy y'all, it's Cody from Keepers of Nerddom. It looks like we've got the Greyknights Detachment. My brother actually plays Greyknights, so let's check it out. Warpbane Task Force. Alright, Detachment Rule, Hallowed Ground. Certain areas of the battlefield are within your army's hallowed ground as follows. Your deployment zone is always within your army's hallowed ground. This is totally Canoptic Court. I saw somebody post something about that, and I was like, what are they talking about? Ah, there it is. The area of the battlefield within 6 inches of one or more Purifier squad units from your army is within your army's hallowed ground. So if you're within 6 inches of Purified squads, they're hallowed ground. That's crazy. At the start of any phase, if you control at least half of the objective markers within No Man's Land until the end of that phase, No Man's Land is within your army's hallowed ground, so you get that as well. At the start of any phase, if you control at least half of the objective markers within your opponent's deployment zone until the end of that phase, your opponent's deployment zone is within your army's hallowed ground. Yeah, it's really Canoptic Court, but also Purifier squads can just make it. Each time a model in a Greyknights unit from your army makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. If that unit is a Purifier squad and or is wholly... Dude, everybody just gets reroll hit rolls of 1? And or is wholly within your army's hallowed ground, you can reroll a hit roll instead. That's crazy. That's insane. Okay. Enhancements here. Let's check them out. Mandulian Reliquary, 20 points. Greyknights model only. Wow, shocking. While the bear's unit is not battle shocked, add 3 to the bear's OC characteristic. That's kind of lame. Whatever. Radiant Champion, 15 points. Greyknights infantry model only. The bear's melee weapons have the precision ability. Oh my. And while the barrier is wholly within your army's hallowed ground, which if he's with a Purifier squad, he could always be. Wow. Interesting. Each time a melee attack made by the bearer scores a wound, the target of that attack suffers 1 mortal wound in addition to any normal damage. Each time a melee attack scores a wound, they also get 1 additional mortal wound. That's crazy. That's 5 points cheaper than the other thing. That's way better. That's crazy. File of the Abyss, 25 points. Greyknights infantry model only. Models in the bearer's unit have the stealth ability. I guess they're a little slower, though, because they are Greyknights. They have the stealth ability, so they're harder to hit at range. That's cool. That's good. 25 points. Wow. Paragon of Sanctity, 10 points. Probably going to be the best thing, even though it's cheaper. Greyknights model only. Once per battle, at the start of any phase, the bearer can select 1 friendly Greyknights unit within 18 inches of and visible to it. If it does, until the end of the phase, that unit was within your army's hallowed ground. That's ridiculous! It is the best. It's cheaper than everything else, and it's amazing when you need it. They're like, they're re-rolling all their hit rolls, period. They're just doing it because we can see them. That's so ridiculous. It's once per game, right? Once per battle, but still, that's crazy. 1 CP, 1 CP, 1 CP. Okay, all 1 CPs. Sanctified Kill Zone. When you're shooting phase or the fight phase, target 1 Greyknights unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot or fight this phase, and that is wholly within your army's hallowed ground. Okay, cool. What's it do? Until the end of the phase, each time a model unit makes an attack, reroll a wound roll of 1, or reroll the wound roll instead if your unit is a Purifier squad. Okay, we need to... Sorry. Purifier squads. Let me look them up. Are they any good? Greyknights data sheets. Is this 10th edition? So I don't know much about them. Yep, that's 10th edition. Battle line. Purifier squad. There they are. They are 125 or 250 points for 10 of them. Jeez. Knight of the Flame. That's funny. Storm Bolters is what they're taking. Oh, those are terrible. Nemesis Force Weapons, good. They... For every 5 models in the unit, up to 2 Purifiers can each have their Storm Bolter and Nemesis Force Weapon replaced with one of the following: an Incinerator and 1 close combat weapon, so that you lose like your really good melee to do this. 1 Silencer and a close combat weapon, or 1 Psy Cannon and 1 close combat weapon. Interesting. They do have Grenades keyword. And each time a model in this unit makes an attack, add 1 of the hit rolls if the unit is below its starting strength, and add 1 of the wound roll as well if this unit is below half strength. Interesting. Very interesting. Those Psy Cannons, Incinerators, and Silencers, not that great. Weird. Psy cannon is half decent-ish. Purifying flame. Every model is equipped with purifying flame. Oh, they do have a psychic attack. That's pretty good actually. It's only got -1 AP, but still. Anti-infantry 2+, ignores cover, so you get that still. Stormbolter's terrible. Nemesis force weapon. Okay, so they're not a great unit. That's just curious. Okay, Flames of Sanctity. When the end of the fight phase, target 1 Purifier squad unit from your army is eligible to fight this phase. You could have a leader in these guys too. I didn't think about that. So, effect: roll 1d6 for each enemy unit within 6 inches of your unit, adding 1 of the result if your unit includes Castle and Crow. On a 4+, the enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. For each enemy unit within 6 inches of your unit. Dang. That's pretty cool. That's fun. Hallowed Beacon. When, during the reinforcement step of your movement phase, target 1 Greyknights infantry unit, excluding Terminator units. Okay, that is arriving using the Deep Strike or Teleport Assault abilities this phase. Do they? Yeah, they have Deep Strike. Set up your unit wholly within your army's hallowed ground and more than 6 inches horizontally away from all enemy units. Why? But if they're deep striking, can't they basically go... Oh, it's 6 inches away rather than 9. So then, and you can still charge. That's what it is. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Fires of Covenant. I wonder, can a Purifier squad land and be technically hallowed ground right there regardless of where they land? I don't know. Just a weird question. Just let me know. I'm curious too. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's keep moving here. Fires of Covenant. When the start of your opponent's movement phase, target 1 Greyknights infantry unit from your army. Until the end of the phase, each time an enemy unit is set up or ends a normal advance or fallback move within 6 inches of your unit, roll a d6, adding 2 to the result if your unit is wholly within your army's hallowed ground. On a 4-up, the enemy unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. Oh, that's cool. So it's an anti-melee thing. Not bad, not bad. Aegis Eternal. When your opponent's shooting phase, just after an enemy unit has selected its targets, target 1 Greyknights infantry unit from your army that's selected as a target of one or more of the attacking unit's attacks. Effect: until the end of the phase, models in your unit that are wholly within your hallowed ground have a 4-up invuln save. Does Purifier squad? No, they have a 2-up save though. Jeez. 2 wounds, 4 toughness. It's just funny. Greyknights are such an odd faction with their stats. Like, they're interesting. They're almost as durable as Custodes in a way, but they don't have anywhere near the damage and the successful hitting all the time. Because they hit on 3-ups instead of 2-ups. But now with this, they're going to reroll 1s all the time and probably all their hit rolls. So, kind of crazy. Repelling Sphere. When the start of your opponent's charge phase, target 1 Greyknights infantry unit from your army. Effect: until the end of the phase, each time an enemy unit declares a charge, a unit is one of the targets of that charge. Subtract 1 from the charge roll or subtract 2 instead if your unit is wholly within your army's hallowed ground. So, this is quite the... offensive detachment in a way. Like, it hits pretty hard because it's just going to reroll everything. That's makes an attack, yeah. So it's shooting and close combat. That's wild. Jeez. This is cool. It's definitely Canoptic Horde as well. With the Necrons have. That's funny. But yeah, just going, no, you're not charging us. Cool. I thought I'd play Necrons and Tau, so a lot of this stuff isn't going to help against it. Like, 3 of them aren't going to be things that I'm going to try to even be near you. End of the fight phase. That's interesting. Have a 4-up invuln save. That is wild. That's helpful. Cool. Yeah. What do you think about this? Because it's cool. It makes Greyknights pretty impressive. They're not going to be as fast necessarily, but you can keep stuff in deep strike and then just down anyway. So you're not jumping around the board like the other one does, but what you're getting is pretty crazy. You're going to reroll everything. You're going to make sure everything hits. You don't have a lot of penetration with the range stuff on their smaller infantry stuff, but here, let me pull it up. There you go. Can you see that? Yeah. I'll move it over. It's mostly just to see the ranged weapons. It's weird. They have -1 AP on all of their ranged weapons at most. The Incinerator, the Psy Cannon, the Purifying Flame, that's it. They have -2 AP on the Nemesis Force weapon, which all of a sudden is going to make that pretty disgusting. Because that 2 damage is going to get through pretty quick. So, do you want to switch out the Storm Bolter to get a better weapon somewhat? I mean, the Incinerator is only 12 inches, but it ignores cover in his Torrent, so you don't have to even roll the hit roll. That's funny. But it's D6 of attacks, so who knows what you're going to get. I don't know. Kind of crazy. Ignores cover, so that's actually a -1 AP always, basically, unless they have some other defensive stuff. That is pretty good. That's, potentially 10 hits of Purifying Flame. That's a lot of psychic damage. It's only 1 each, but that's a lot that could go through. It's only 1 AP, but then you got your other ranged attack stuff. Pretty crazy. I don't know. I think the Psy Cannon would be pretty good to take. Sustained hits 1, so actually the Silencer could get even more attacks through, but I don't know. Kind of interesting. These Greyknights are going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is fun. Greyknights are in a good spot, and we haven't even seen their codex yet. Bye, y'all.